So this is the Al-Azhar Mosque in South Shields. It's in the street called Laygate, and it's close to the metro station at Chichester rather than South Shields, if anyone comes here. And this mosque is comparatively new, although there's been a Yemeni community here since the late 19th century. And South Shields is perhaps the best known Yemeni community in the UK, although it's actually not by no means the biggest. And what is above all interesting, I think, this is the place where Muhammad Ali had his wedding blessed, his marriage blessed in 1977. I'm not certain if it had much of an effect, because I think he got divorced later, but this is where he came, and it became very famous as a result. And somebody wants to put a plaque up. I don't know where the plaque is, if it has been put up, that is. But somebody definitely did want to put a plaque up. Indeed, a film, I think, was actually made of it, The King of South Shields or something like that. The Yemeni community is largely people who came here from working on the ships. So the two gentlemen I've just talked to, one was 90, the other one was 75, both of them worked in steelworks in Sheffield, and then they worked in Jarrow, and both haven't worked since 1978. Although when you're 19 you haven't worked for 32 years, that's, I think, reasonably, that's fair enough. Most of this Yemeni community did leave largely, went to other places, as many people from this area left, such as me, for example, and well, not from South Shields, but this area. And there's only about 1,000 people here left today, but the gentleman I was talking to told me that the mosque is actually full on a Friday, and there's even people hanging out outside, a bit like the churches in Poland. A lot of people came here to work during the First World War, but there was, after the First World War, there were a number of incidents. In 1919, there was an incident that's often given as a race riot, though I've often seen this also as being a communist-inspired sort of workers' rights sort of thing. I think what happened in the 30s, though, was really people resented these dark-coloured people coming here, and also at the same time as the Yemenis resented being treated in a worse way to the locals. And this produced problems within the 30s, although again there are others who argue that the Yemeni community was very well integrated, and the problems that existed were just representative of the problems that existed in Britain in the 30s when there wasn't jobs to go around. I don't know what the figures for here are, but for North Shields, by 1936, I think 25% of the working population hadn't had a job in 5 years. That's a very long time to go without work. And it would be very similar here, because the shipyards were closing, the coal wasn't needed from the mines, the chemical works. This is a highly industrialised town, based also on trade, and these things just weren't happening. So this produced problems, and it must have been very, very difficult. Also, though, I would like to say that 1/4 of all the people working in the British merchant fleet during the Second World War were from South Shields, and South Shields had the highest losses of any place. More than 3,000 merchant sailors from South Shields served, and 25% of them were lost, and 25% of them again were of Yemeni origin. So that's something that we owe to the population here. Al-Azhar Mosque. Now we have the date, April 1971. So this is the inside of the mosque in South Shields, which was built in 1971. The land Yeah, there was terraced housing here before, and the land was bought, cost of £40,000 altogether, 25 plus 15,000, and the community managed to put this, and so this is the main part on the first floor, and very nice to see.